Yep. I guess it's time for another one of these. I haven't fully woken up yet. So let's, oh, fuck me. I need my headphones. Oh, they're right here. I was smart and I just put them nearby. I didn't take them away so I can put my headphones on. I can put my headphones on so you don't hear an echo. I'm expecting James to come in here and say gay, 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 gay. Did I change? I don't think I changed the... I didn't schedule the live stream at all. Because I'm fucking retarded. 12th International. Number 3! Oh no, this is no good. I feel a poop coming on. I feel a poop coming on. Oh man. It just now hit me. I wish I had that feeling like before I started the motherfucking stream. That would have been good. So what's gonna be our super... Whoa. I just realized this is a super short playlist. So we'll start with this one. This is always yep. Start right off with the content ID. It's always a good place to start. Might be a little bit loud. There we go. That's probably gonna be good. I need to turn it down in my headphones. I've been throwing Mike Snow into the mix, so why don't we throw that back in there? No more Massive Attack. We've gotten plenty of Massive Attack. Parag Stellar. Yeah, fuck it. Why don't we throw Paris Swing Box in there? Wow. Let's throw this one in there. That'll be good.
try. Must be a meaning to it. I never tried. I'd rather sleep. But reach your hand is out. Why see me rocking on the street? I can see you looking right through me. Can you hear me? Yeah. No time for you. Staring right through you. Can you see me? Yeah, yeah,
I don't know what it is, but apparently weekends man, I just have diarrhea. I don't know what it is. Weekday mornings, I never have the problem, but it's always on weekends. It's like I'm just sitting there and all of a sudden it's just like, oh man, I gotta go. And it didn't hit me until, like, right after I pushed the start streaming button. I guess I could have hit stop streaming at that point, but this isn't a professional setup. There's a little bit of Jap music in here, and a little bit of not Jap. Yesterday's stream, I'm still going to archive it, but I don't have to actually fucking do editing on it, because apparently some of the music that I used, Content ID was not happy about it and got it blocked worldwide. Like, I don't care if it gets claimed, If it gets claimed, that's fine. Normally it just gets monetized at that point. No big deal. But when it blocks it worldwide, that's when I have the problem. And that's what happened with yesterday's stream, is it wound up getting blocked worldwide. So I can upload the archive, I'm gonna have to do some editing. I'm gonna try my usual trick. I have a little trick to kind of circumvent. It's an audio trick, actually, to circumvent the content ID. I don't want to say it because I'm afraid if more people know about it, the more likely it is to get patched and fixed. But I have a little trick that I found out that can basically circumvent content ID. Like, a song will still get used. You can still use a song even if it gets content ID'd, but it won't get content ID'd. A little production technique, audio production technique that I know. At least last time I tried, it still worked. So I'm gonna assume it still does. I'll try whenever I get around to editing that archive. I don't want to edit it. Oh, it's just me. Oh, there we go. Now we got Adam here. Good man. Good man. The Japs are coming. The Japs are coming. You missed my gnarly poop. Not that that's very exciting, because it's not like you're there to witness it. You're only here to listen to music while I take my gnarly poop. But anyways, I'm here now. Just weekends, man. As I was telling staff, who I don't think is here anymore because he hasn't said anything. Weekends. I have to take a morning poop. But on the weekdays, I never have to take a morning poop. I don't know why that is. So in the meantime, I'm just waiting for you fuckers to show up. Oh my god. Are you a brony? Are you a brony, man? Not anymore. Did my judgment of you just make you feel like you can't be one anymore? You give that up? Fandoms, man. Fandoms are just the worst. That's one thing that honestly scares me. Like, if my book ever were to be popular, which I don't think it will be, but if it ever were to get popular, there are going to be those devoted fans that I just hate. And it's going to suck that they're part of my audience. I've been pretty bored myself. Yesterday I had to kind of convince myself to do something. Like I don't know. This is the thing about weekends, and I actually told my employer this. Like, they gave me the choice about how I wanted my weekends to go. I could either work 5 days in a row, or I could work 4 days, have a day off, work one more day, and then have a day off. And I was like, you know what, I'd rather go with that one, because when I have a bunch of days off in a row, I get lazy and don't want to do anything. When I have only one day off, I feel like I need to be productive with it. And that's kind of what's been happening. Like, I told myself I'm going to do all this stuff during my 5 days off, and it's just like, I can't get the motivation. I just want to sit here and just be a lazy motherfucker. You know, I wanted to write the script for my next video. Actually, this is... Man, I don't know. I took a walk yesterday. Took a walk. Put a little passion pit in there. Actually, I think I put passion pit into this mix because... I don't know. So, I took a walk and I was just thinking about this stuff, and I was just like, I don't know, I don't even know. I have a small section of this next script for my next video, and I don't even know if I want to talk about that anymore. I was trying to think, like, what else do I need to say? Like, pretty much everything I put into that small little section of the script is basically everything I want to say, and it's nothing but just jokes and gags, and that's really all it is. It's not even a review. I was trying to think, like, how can I actually review what I'm talking about and not just make jokes? And the thing is I can't. I don't have anything to say about it. So, I don't know. Maybe I still have a bunch of footage. It's been... Oh, speaking of Passion Pit, here we go. Here's Passion Pit. I still have a bunch of footage, because I'll spoil a little bit here. It's actually a game and not an anime. I actually have a bunch of footage that I recorded for the game, but it's been a while since I've played it. And honestly, I was trying to think, since I'm trying to keep the same formula that I use for my reviews, but my formula really doesn't work very well for games, right? Because it's just the way that it's mostly in the way that I edit things. Most of my editing is reactions to stuff, but it's kind of hard to react to game mechanics without first demonstrating them, and that's not how my editing works, you know? So, I was trying to make it more of a review just on the story of the game rather than the actual gameplay itself, although I'm sure intermittently there'd be small remarks about the gameplay, because otherwise it's not much of a game review. But I can't remember much of the story, to be honest. I'll need to go back and either replay the game or re-watch everything that I recorded. I was never a Crash fan. I'm hoping what this means, if they're remaking Crash, though, is that means they'll remake some of their older titles, like... I would love to see an updated, brand new version of the Jack trilogy, Jak and Daxter. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for... While I'm talking with you, I'm gambling for women's underwear in a game. Mitsuha is likely to get fucked on train. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. Spyro is, Spyro is Insomniac. And I would love Insomniac to remake the Spyro games, but I don't know if I'm really happy with the remake of Ratchet and Clank, so I'm kind of worried how they might remake Spyro. Actually, I don't even think they own the rights to Spyro anymore. What's so beast about your house? I'm gambling for underwear, okay? I have an 18% chance to get a new piece of underwear I haven't unlocked yet. Although, if I can time my button press just right, like I did right there, it bumps it up to a 27% chance of getting underwear that I haven't unlocked before. And I literally just unlocked this one, like the last roll that I made was this piece. Well, in Texas, you should be thankful for that. Apparently in Osaka, it gets kind of like Texas. I mean, thankfully Osaka actually has fucking seasons, so it's not just fucking hot all year round, except for maybe 2 weeks in January. That's kind of cool. So we actually have seasons here, but apparently the summer is just sweltering because fucking humidity. Are you northeast? I think you told me where you moved, actually, and if I remember correctly, you are northeast, which is slightly more pleasant than central. I always lived, like, in central Texas. Oh, that was a new piece of underwear, and it was incredibly ugly. I'm so glad I unlocked that. Hey, that's a new piece of underwear too, I think. No. Never mind. I don't think Texas ever gets fucking cold, except maybe at the top of the panhandle. I was born in Austin, lived in Austin for 7 years. Leander's not... Where's Leander again? Let me fucking pull up Google Maps here. I feel like Leander was close to where I used to live. Leander is near Austin. No, you're still in fucking sexual Texas. You're still in Central Texas. In fact, I used to live more north than you. So I was born in Austin. I lived in Austin for 7 years until my mom wanted to go to Baylor, so we moved to Waco. And I lived in Waco for the majority of my life until I decided to move in with my dad back in Austin. So I moved back to Austin and lived in Austin with my dad for about 3 years before I moved back to Waco again. So I've always been in the Central Texas area until I moved to China. And then I wasn't even in Texas, wasn't even in the United States. Oh no, I've unlocked so many new pieces of underwear, I'm down to 13%, a 13% chance of unlocking new underwear. And if I time my button press correctly, 19%. The odds are stacked against me. I will unlock all 100 pieces of underwear, damn it. I just unlocked a new one. Woo! What am I doing with my life? I'm unlocking virtual women's underwear. Well, I'm so happy you had sex with a Mexican girl. That looks new. It was new. Oh gosh, 10% chance. I'm gonna have to start betting more money to increase my odds. I don't know how much a difference it would make if I just went up to 200 instead of 100. 1% difference. Not worth it. That just sounds like a power fantasy. I mean, you can do that in Civilization, right? You just advance your technology way above the other fucking civs, and then you just go and fucking obliterate them. In fact, if I remember correctly, the last map in Civ 5 that I played was exactly that. The Egyptian Empire, my empire, was like the most technologically dominant empire ever. And we actually... My empire had the weakest army. I never invest in my military in Civilization. But still, with my tiny little army, I just fucking mount this shit on a fucking carrier, take the fucking carrier across the fucking ocean, and just fucking obliterate, like, these fucking, like, medieval colonies, right? These are fucking medieval civilizations with fucking, like, machine guns, SAM missiles. I don't even know why I'd have SAM missiles, because they don't have any air, fucking, whatever, air defense. I kinda want to play some Civ 5. I was thinking about that the other day. I should reinstall it. I wonder what updates they've made to the game since I last played. I think they'd released a new DLC for it. Not that I have money to buy it. Particularly, I want to buy Nier Automata. But it's so fucking expensive in Japan. Fucking like $80 for a fucking game. It's so fucking stupid. Oh, Civ 5. I meant to say Civ 6. I thought it was Civ 5, but I guess I'm wrong. Let's visit the store page. Here, I'll switch the scene over to this so you can see what I'm doing. Think. Double check. Yeah. So. Oh wow, there's quite a lot. Poland civilization? Macedon, Australia. Why do these all have negative reviews? Is it because of how expensive they are? Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are just angry at the DLCs. I can kind of understand, because in the past they've always released like major expansions that give a bunch of improvements instead of minor DLC that only adds a little bit, but I don't know. I don't think practically $5 for a brand new civilization and a new scenario is that bad. So, anyways, that's just me. Well, yeah, and I don't blame them. I think there's good intentions. I mean, game developers have, well, more like game publishers have been exploiting, you know, DLC practices for a long time, and I think a lot of gamers are finally getting fed up with it. But at the same time, it's starting to create like DLC witch hunts. And I'm totally equating these to witch hunts from NS, but that's what it kind of feels like. It's like, oh no, they're doing DLC and like this, now we need to just absolutely hate them. And there may be some truth to that, but the extreme that they take it is the damaging part. Like, I think there's a point that Total Biscuit made that he almost never, his review is hardly ever about the actual price, because unless the price is just grossly larger than normal, than the average, it's subjective, right? Like, $5 to me may feel cheap, while to someone else $5 might be expensive, right? It's all a matter of personal income and just how people perceive value, right? I've seen some pretty atrocious DLC. I've seen games like the one that I'm playing now add new characters to the game that more or less play the same. Like, imagine Dynasty Warriors, where they have like a bunch of characters. It's just a button mashing game, you know, square, 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 triangle, square, 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 triangle, 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 you know, something like that. Very simple, nothing too complex. And they'd ask, you know, $10 to $15. I think that is pretty extreme, just for one character. But this, for Civilizations, is $5 for a map, a new map, and a new civilization. That seems fine to me. IMO. 13 more pieces of underwear to collect. But I'm down to 8%. To 12%. Well, I mean, the fucking US is like the most superior military in the world. Because the fucking US invests way too much fucking money into their military. Oh, fuck. I got too excited and I pressed the button too early. I don't want to... Oh, was that a new piece? Oh boy, 12 more. I don't want to get too political here, but I do believe... Too little? Are you joking? Well, yeah. We shouldn't resolve to fucking violence to fucking solve our problems. And as I said, the fucking U.S. military is already extremely powerful. Like, how many fucking atoms do we need to blow a fucking piece of a fucking city into? I'm not lively enough right now to make a strong debate. I just want to fucking play my underwear game, damn it. You can send nudes of Dia. Who's Dia? I never got into Love Live. I tried. I really did. I couldn't do it. I just realized I've been going for 40 minutes and it's just been me and you this whole time. I didn't put a schedule up for this stream today. Even though I made the announcement video that I'd be streaming every day at this time, but I didn't actually go to YouTube's live stream manager and schedule a stream for today. Maybe that's what made the difference. only 280 ships. You know, most of the world doesn't even have aircraft carriers, right? Like, China doesn't even have an aircraft carrier. They've never built their own aircraft carrier. They have one repurposed Russian aircraft carrier that doesn't even work half the time. America is one of the very few fucking nations that have an aircraft carrier, and is one of the only nations that have as many aircraft carriers as it does. Why? Why do we need more? What is more gonna accomplish besides exerting resources from one part of America to the fucking military? Okay, now you're just trolling. Now you're just fucking trolling me. That one looks new. It is! 11 more pieces of underwear. That one looks new. That one's pretty wicked, too. That looks like some fucking bondage shit. This game has a tendency to crash. So I should save, since I'm down to 10 more pieces of underwear. From who? But we don't even do that. We fucking invade nations is what we do. Like, we might need nuclear defenses. Sure, you could make an argument for that. Since fucking North Korea. No, I'm not gonna discuss this. Is it not set to... It should be set to shuffle. I never look at the lyrics of this song. I really like these lyrics. I wonder if they sampled this from a song, or if they actually had someone sing it. This has to be sampled. Right? Arab sheiks of the burning sands come into their harems and clap their hands. Said, come on girls, are you ready to play? Let's have a little more of that swinging today. Now in the land of Fu Manchu, the girls all now do the Suzy Q, clap their hands in the center of the floor, saying, ching ching chop suey, swing some more. And now geisha girls in old Japan wink behind their peacock fans, since they learned to say, yeah, let's swing like Americans? I think they meant Americans swing dance. Now gypsy caravans have changed their mode. They truck down to the Romany road with their hidey-hos and their hey-hey diddle, doing the swing on the gypsy fiddle. I like these lyrics. One of my students' sisters. I fuck one of my students' sisters. Maybe if they're of age and it wouldn't get me in tons and tons of trouble. No, back up. Go back up. Hang on. I want to back up this song. Now, geisha girls. Old Japan. Oops. Wow, the lyrics aren't coming up. Not even for this song. Let's see. Wait behind their peacock fans. Okay, there's Pair of Stellars, this version. So, I think they actually had someone sing this because his... Because there's no... Oh, Oriental Swing. Okay. Let's pause this. Look up Oriental Swing by Lil Hardin Armstrong. Orientals. I would fuck a geisha. That's what they're meant to be. Fucked. Okay, let's look up this song. Hang on. So... Oriental Swing. Lil Hardin Armstrong. Oriental Swing. Lil Armstrong.
Sheets on the burning sand commanded their harems and clapped their hands. Said, come on, girls, ready to play. Let's have a little more of that swinging today.
What question did I not answer?
Behind their peacock fans, since they learned to say, yeah, let's swing it like the American swing band.
I don't know. I really like, wait, hang on. Were you? I got an email this morning. Are you Robert? Because I got a Robert here. And I did respond to it. Would I fuck you? What? I don't know what you look like, but let's go back to the music now. I gotta fucking pee. Hang on. That's loud in my headphones. Is it loud in the stream? No, it's fine. Okay. So. Then why were you talking about Gmail? Stop. Why were you talking about Gmail? I need to go back to gambling for underwear. Okay, well, I guess never. Oh no, I minimized. There we go. I did set this back to yeah. Okay, obviously, I'm fucking stupid. Hello, Crimson. No, I didn't minimize it. There it is. Oh, yeah, I'm gambling for underwear in the game. There's 100 unique pieces of underwear to unlock for the characters, and I have unlocked 90 out of the 100. I have a 7% chance of unlocking a new piece of underwear. And that's what I'm doing right now. Well, of you guys talk to me and ask me questions. Or in the case of Adam, he's just going on about fucking America's military power and how America needs to invest more money into it, and I'm just not going to join this conversation. So he can keep going on about that, but I'm just not going to talk about it anymore. It's been pretty quiet, actually. It's mostly been me and Adam the whole time. Staff just joined not too long ago. Now you joined, and that's pretty much it. This music is so loud in my headphones. It's actually not Senran Kagura, although it's by the same developer. This is Valkyrie Drive Bikini Island, and they should have just called it Bikini Island. I mean, their name was close enough to it already, so... Honestly, this is my first time getting into any of Marvelous's action games, like Senran Kagura, and I actually really don't like the gameplay that much. Well, that one is Rainbow-tastic, but it also looks like BDSM-ware. Rainbow-tastic BDSM-ware. Crimson, we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it.
Although I agree with you on that.
Here's my opinion on the game, and like I said, we're not going to talk about the military thing, so we'll just hop right on to talking about the game and totally ignore any further questions or comments you have about American spending on the military. I think it's pretty bad. But from what I understand, it plays exactly like Senran Kagura. So I guess Senran Kagura is just a bad game. I've put 15 hours into the game, so there's obviously something there that I like, but I noticed I've spent more time with the girls and with customizing and actually not playing the actual game than I have than actually playing the game. I think the combat is awful. I really do. The game, I'm playing it on the Vita. Actually, that's the only place for Valkyrie Drive. Unlike Senran Kagura, that's at least on the PC where you could get 60 frames per second. I'm playing on the Vita. That's the only place to play it. And it runs like poop. It runs really, really bad on the Vita. It runs at 30 frames, but you'll be lucky to get 30 frames. There's a lot of times where the frames just drop. And that already makes the fast-paced combat feel unresponsive. But on top of that, the way it handles its combat system is so, like, let's take another high-action, stylish game like Bayonetta. And if you mash buttons in Bayonetta, it ignores all your button presses. Like, say you're doing a kick, kick, kick combo, right? So if you're just sitting there mashing the B button for a kick, you may press the B button. You may press the B button, 12 fucking times because you're just fucking going to town on that button, right? but it's only gonna do the kick 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 combo, and that's gonna be it, right? With Senran, or with Valkyrie Drive, it seems to queue up every single button press. So it's like, even after you finish the combo, if you press the button 12 times, it's not, and it's a 3-button combo, it's not gonna do that combo, like, 4 fucking times. That's not true. The queue doesn't seem that long, but it does seem to go through a queue of button presses before it actually executes something, right? So, like, actually, a common thing that happens is there is a... Oh, the whole game wants you to have these, you know, knock the characters up into the air and start juggling characters in the air, right? So there's a uppercut to knock them into the air, and I cannot tell you the number of times I've been, like, in a combo and then wanted to switch to knocking them into the air. But it's like, because I'm just mashing on the buttons, it, like, does the combo, and then after I finish the combo, the enemy is now somewhere across the map, and then finally it does the uppercut. Totally, like, at the end of the combo. Or another one that happens is there's a dash that you, like, dash to the enemy. And sometimes I'll hold down the dash button to ready to go into the dash, but because I'm in the middle of a combo, it won't do it until after it gets out of the combo. It doesn't cancel the animation at all. And so, like, again, at the end of the combo, I might have knocked the character away, and now the enemy is somewhere across the map, and the dash now just flings me in some direction away from the enemy. It's like, why the fuck do you do that? It's so fucking irritating. The second thing is that, speaking of animation canceling, there is none. The dodge is the most important part, right? You need to avoid damage. In fact, the game would be like 10 times better, even with those other flaws I just mentioned, if the dodge itself would cancel the animation. If it would cancel your current combo, cancel the current animation, so you can dodge out of the way, everything would feel much tighter and more responsive. Right? Because at that point, I could cancel animations at any time with a dodge, whether to dodge an attack or just to get out of a combo. But it doesn't work that way. And again, it kind of queues it up, so it won't actually fucking do the dodge until you reach the end of the combo, at which point it's fucking pointless because I've already been hit by the attack because I've been going through these very long, very excessive combos. Give you a song to wake up to that's on I don't know what's on Spotify because I don't have Spotify. I guess my fucking music is not good enough. Yeah, well, at least 60 FPS is better than the 30, sometimes 30, but usually less than 30 that I get on my fucking Vita. And that's another thing that actually kind of frustrates me, is that, you know, Marvelous has been using the same engine, has been making this game with the same formula for a long time now. You would think they would get optimization down by now, and yet this game uses mostly cel shading and low resolution textures without a lot of extreme lighting effects. Like, I don't understand where it's utilizing so many resources to run this game. There's no reason for this game to have so many dips, but it does have a lot of dips. It's like, Marvelous, you've been doing this for a long time now. You should really know something about fucking optimization by now. Are you leaving, Staff? Is that why you said later? Or are you saying you want it for later, the song recommendation? I mean, like I said, I've obviously have spent, I think probably by now I'm at up to 16 hours on this game, so there's obviously something about it that I enjoy, like gambling for underwear, which is what I'm doing right now. Only 6 more pieces of underwear to unlock! Oh, okay. Well then, see you, staff. Their AI is fucking retarded. In fact, actually this is another frustration. They probably intentionally programmed her this way, but that doesn't change the fact that it's really fucking irritating. There's a character here that has a bow, and if you're familiar with the Senran Kagura gameplay, then you know that at the end of every level you have like a boss fight with one of the other characters, right? It's the same here. And whenever I have to fight her, it is the worst fucking experience ever because she does nothing but run away from you. The problem is that fucking, you know, slowdown in the game never becomes more apparent than when you're fighting a fucking boss, particularly this fucking bow lady, because she's fucking snappy and responsive because she's not bound by the frames quite like we are. And so she's able to get the fuck out of my way so fucking quick. And that's like, like I said, I'm pretty sure her AI is programmed like this, but like all she fucking does is run away from me. And it's so irritating because like I never get a chance to get a combo on her, but because this game likes to lock me into combos, it's like I'll start the combo, but she's already dashed the fuck out of my way, and now I'm standing in the middle of this fucking arena just swiping at the air. Which is another time when it would be nice if I had some sort of button or something to cancel the animation. Like, I don't know, like most games, you could just dodge and that'll cancel the animation. But in general, like, the AI seems pretty fucking retarded. Like, it's stupid. And it needs to be. I mean, I'm not actually, I'm using harsh words on it here, but I should say, besides the character, besides the boss battles, the actual enemies, I mean, they should react something like in Dynasty Warriors, where they're stupid, and they're meant to be stupid, because there's so many of them. So it works out just fine with the enemies. They don't need to have complex AIs, and so if Marvelous is programming complex AIs for their enemies, they need to stop it, because, you know, you have your general mooks, which are abundant. You just need to tell them, move towards player character. Make an attack every however many seconds, you know, or however, if I'm sure they bound this stuff to frames actually, so make an attack in this many frames. Yeah, fortunately they have some things to make it feel like you have a better chance of getting the final underwear. I have 6 pieces left to acquire. First of all, there is like a little, I don't know, I guess you'd call it like a slider, and if I can stop the slider in the middle of the bar, it increases my percent chance a little bit. It used to increase it by a lot, but it's like the less you have, the less percent chance it increases. So without timing my button press just right, I have a 4% chance. But if I can time my button press just right, I have a 6% chance. Secondly, I can increase the amount that I'm betting on. Right now, I'm just doing 100. because honestly, it doesn't increase it that much. I think I would need to bet 1,000. Nope, even at this point, betting 1,000 doesn't even give me 1%. 7,000 gives me 2%, a 2% chance increase. So, at the max I could bet, 9,900, I have a 2% chance increase. So it's better just to fucking just do the 100, save money, and just sit here. And while I talk to you guys, just gamble. Like, I think what frustrates me the most is that this could be a good game. Like, it has the potential of just being a mindless fucking, you know, fantasy game. You know, like, fucking live your fucking fantasy of giant bouncing breasts. You can strip the clothes with a strong fucking power fantasy behind it. Like, but there's just some stupid choices that have been made, like no animation canceling, that not only create a frustrating experience, but it's even that much more frustrating knowing that this game could be fun if the controls were tightened up. And like I said, the one thing that would make it feel a lot more responsive is if you could fucking cancel animations, because their combos are too long. When you get into a combo, you're stuck in it for like 3 or 4 seconds of watching your character swing while the other fucking enemy just runs away. I really do want to like the combat in this game, but it's frustrating. The other thing, and actually Dynasty Warriors has this problem too. You know, it's a game all... Ooh, 5 left. 5 left. You know, it's a game all about living out just a humongous power fantasy. So, when you want to live out a humongous power fantasy, you basically just want to live it out as you want to live it out. And unfortunately, Dynasty Warriors too often makes you play the characters you don't want to play, and that's not part of the power fantasy. Because your power fantasy is being this person to kill people in this way. Well, that's the power fantasy, right? When you can't kill the people in the way that you want, you're not living out your power fantasy. And it does this in Senran Kagura, and, you know, I'm using Dynasty Warriors as an example, where it's like, if you really want to experience a full game, you have to play as these other characters. And I get why they do that. They want you to experience all the characters that they put work into, right? But I feel like there's probably better ways they could do it. I really hate having to be shoehorned into characters that are just not fun to play. There's 3 out of the 6 characters, which is not bad, I guess. 3 out of the 6 characters in this game I actually enjoy playing as. But the other 3 I really, really don't like. Like the Archer character that I was talking about, she's not fun to play. There's nothing... Her attacks don't feel very impactful because you're always at range, and I don't know, it doesn't feel as beefy. So, I don't know. It annoys me that the game always forces me to play as other characters when it's like, but I don't like this character. I want to play as that character. It would be actually better. So the way the game works is that there's an X-Star and a Liberator. Basically, one person turns into a weapon, because if you don't know Valkyrie Drive, basically it's when a girl gets turned on by a special partner, the X-Star. No, the Liberator. The X-Star becomes a weapon. So, yeah, it would be great if I'm gonna do a mission where, you know, you have to be 2 girls, right? It would be great if you could pick which one's the X-Star and which one's the Liberator, rather than being forced to play as, oh, this is gonna be the Liberator. The Liberator's the one that you have to play as, and then the X-Star is the weapon, which, by the way, if you're thinking that means you get to pick a girl, like, each girl is a certain weapon, so basically you could equip your girl with whatever weapon you want. No, that's not how it works. Every girl plays with the same weapon. It's supposedly, depending on which girl you pick as the X-Star, will change the combo that you have. I don't see it. I really don't. I've tried, but it doesn't seem to make much of a difference. Like, all it does is make a stat difference. That's all I think it does. Yeah, in Samurai Warriors 4-2, there's a character I really love playing. Unfortunately, her campaign is really fucking short, and I had actually pirated Samurai Warriors before I actually bought it on Steam, and ironically enough, when I pirated it, I stopped playing the game shortly after I completed her campaign because I wasn't having fun with the other characters' campaign, because I loved playing as her. And I wanted to play as her, but to unlock the rest of the content, like the other maps and the other scenarios and other just things, you needed to play the other characters. And it's like, but I don't want to play these other characters. I want to play as this character, but no, you don't have the other maps unlocked, so you get to play the same maps that you played when you did her campaign, and that's it. And funnily enough, when I bought it again on Steam, I pretty much stopped playing the game at around the exact same point again, because I wanted to play as this character. I really had fun playing as her, but once I finished her campaign, I didn't want to play as the other characters. I just got bored of them. I didn't think they were as fun to play. She uses a fucking scarf, man. She uses a scarf. It's actually funny now that I think about it. The reason why I actually pirated Samurai Warriors in the first place was, like, I just finished watching Kyokai no Kanata, and there's the guy who fights with his scarf, right? And I was like, oh my god, that's the coolest fucking thing ever. I wish there was a game where you could fight with a scarf, because that just sounds fucking cool. And then, bam, Samurai Warriors 4-2, character here that fights with a scarf. I was like, fuck yeah. 3 more pieces of underwear left. Yes! Like, I wouldn't mind if they just... I think it would be better if you could unlock every stage and maybe not all, but most of the content just by playing any character you want. And then if you want to experience the story of the other characters, you can play their campaign, maybe unlock some new weapons, but it might just be stuff specifically for that character. And for the completionists, obviously there'd be achievements and stuff for doing that. But I really think these kind of games need to understand that they are nothing but a power fantasy. There's nothing deep about their mechanics. And so they just need to embrace the fun that's there, rather than squeezing people to force them into this content, right? Because it's not embracing the power fantasy that makes the game. Be careful. You have rabid fans who will fucking just destroy you because of that game. Yeah, JRPGs are all about the story. And usually they have more subtle growth mechanics as far as character development goes, right? Like, for example, usually, I don't know how to explain it, like, usually minor stat upgrades throughout level progression that either you can build yourself, and actually rarely JRPG is about building the character, that's more of a Western thing, so normally you'd have a set path. It's more about the story than anything else. Honestly, I think Hyperdimension is a pretty bad JRPG IMO. They decided to do this, like, live arena thing, where you have movement to position yourself, but here's the problem. All it does is it creates this very frustrating mechanic where, like, it's possible to have your single attack hit 2 enemies, so now you wind up spending like 10 fucking minutes trying to get that pixel perfect movement to where your attack field will hit 2 enemies, right? Like, it would just be better if they if they snapped it to a grid, or they did combat along the lines of like Star Ocean or the Tales of series, where it's the movement is more freely based and it's real-time based. Having this turn-based but free movement system, I don't think it works. I think it's a terrible idea. Honestly, I would have recommended going with one of the Tales games. I haven't played Tales of Berseria yet, but I've heard it's pretty good, and it's on my wish list. I would like to get Tales of Berseria. You're welcome to gift it to me if you want. None of the Star Ocean games are, unfortunately, available on the PC. However, if you download a PS2 emulator, I do highly recommend you try Star Ocean Until the End of Time. It's a pretty great game, actually. I've never been able to finish it, though, because pro tip, speaking of pro tips, Crimson's talking pro tips here in the chat. Pro tip, the beginning of the second disc, you will go into a zone that you will not be able to leave. So when you enter that zone, make sure you are fully 100% stocked up on all healing items and before you actually start the zone, because there will be a boss fight at the end of a very, very long dungeon, and if you don't have healing items, you will be left fighting this boss with whatever health you have remaining, and you will die, and you will not be able to leave there to heal up, and so you will be screwed. And that's what happened to me on both times I've tried running the game. So, but you should download a PS2 emulator and try it out. It's a fun game. I just think if they're gonna have a battlefield to move around on, they should have gone with like a grid system similar to something like in Fire Emblem and made it more of a tactical turn-based game. But instead they had free movement, which is more along the lines of an action combat system. And if they're gonna do that, then maybe they should have gone with turn-based and should have just made it action combat. Again, alternatively to Star Ocean, you have the Tales of series. Tales of Zestiria was okay, but again, there's going to be a lot of downtime, and in fact, actually, a lot of even for a JRPG, right, where there's usually a lot of downtime for stories. Even still for this game, there's a lot of people who complained that in Tales of Zestiria, the story took too much precedence, right? You spent too much time focusing on the story rather than playing the game. So, I don't know if I'd recommend Tales of Zestiria. I had pirated it and got bored of it pretty quick because of exactly that reason. I remember spending like 3 hours of the game in a town. And not because the town was infested with enemies or anything. I was there in the town because I was, I don't know, getting to know characters and stuff. And it's like, I want to go kill something. But those are... Okay, so the Elder Scrolls, I'm assuming is what you're talking about here, TES, when you say TES. That's a Western RPG, which is more... yeah, and yes, BDO, if you're talking about Black Desert, yes, it's Korean. The Elder Scrolls is very Western influenced. It's clearly influenced by... especially if you look way back to like the very first Elder Scrolls games, it is clearly influenced by Dungeons and Dragons with its dice rolls and all that stuff and character growth. It's since moved away from that, but still it has the Western RPG idea of building your character rather than so essentially story focused like JRPGs. You know, there's another. Speaking of, oh man, and there's an old JRPG that it was very, very story focused, but I still loved it. I really did. Called Xenosaga, which was basically the spiritual successor to Xenogears. Before Xenogears got fucking rebooted and all that. And I love that game because it was when I first experienced a blue-haired android, and it is the most badass blue-haired android ever. But it has never gotten a port. There was the first 2 games on the PS2, and then the third one got released on the PS3, and that was the end of the series. They also did a manga and they did an anime, but unfortunately both the manga and the anime are based off of the first game, and I've never seen past the first game, and I've really, really wanted to replay it. And just the other day I was at my favorite store here in Japan called A2. It's a recycled media store, right? And they have like, when it's recycled media, it's like everything. It's secondhand things from anime, music, games, and then also those like really fucking expensive figurines. And they had a Cosmos figurine from Xenosaga, the blue-haired android girl. I was like, I want it so bad. But then I felt like I can't buy it because I've never even experienced the full game, and it's been so long since I last played Xenosaga. So long ago. Xenosaga went fucking hard, man. Fucking something common with JRPGs back then, just like with Star Ocean Till the Ends of Time, was I remember on one of my playthroughs, you go into like this fucking dream world, and because it's a dream world, you can't fucking leave to go buy healing items, so you're limited to whatever fucking healing items you find throughout the mission. And if you fucking use any of those, it's basically like the fucking Dark Souls, right? They don't recover. You know, once it's used and that's it. But then you get to this really motherfucking tough boss fight at the end, and it's like, if you don't have any healing items, you're just fucked, kiddo. You're just fucked. That's it. You used all your healing items on all the fucking encounters before the boss. This was another reason why I didn't want to pick it up, is because, mind you, this is also a second-hand figurine, right? This is not brand new, and it was still like $70. And also, it was one of the Chinese-made ones instead of one of the Japanese-made ones, which it was a high-quality Chinese-made one, which is impressive, but even the highest-quality Chinese-made figurines still compare nothing to the Japanese-made figures. So at $70, for a game I haven't played in years, I couldn't justify buying that. I do, however, really want to download a PS2 emulator and actually try playing through the series again. But I remember just how fucking tough as nails it was. It is so unforgiving. Like I said, there's that boss that's like, you go into this dream world and you're limited to the items you pick up throughout that level. And the boss was just hard as shit. So, I don't know. I would love to fucking play it on my fucking Vita. That would be such a great game to bring with me on my Vita. But it's not available. They never remade it, which is sad. Like, it used to be really one of the most popular JRPGs for the PS2. It was very, very popular. I mean, like I said, it had the anime and the manga made for it. That's okay, Z. It's okay. I mean, I bought the first one, the first and second one for probably about that price, so I didn't even get the third one. And I actually never did the second one. The thing that bothered me the most about the Neptunia series was just the dialogue. The dialogue was just the fucking worst thing to read in the world. The story was not great either, but I could bear... I think there was a certain charm to how bad the story was. It's very simple, you know? It's just the bad guy does bad things, so we need to stop the bad guy from doing bad things. The end. Right? There's nothing complicated about it, and I think there was something charming to that. But, oh my god, the dialogue was so ear-grating. I don't know what milsims are. And it wasn't? It has a humongous fucking following in North America. In fact, I think its fucking following in North America is bigger than in Japan. I mean, I see Neptunia around here, but it's nowhere near as often as I fucking see it amongst fucking weebs in North America. Ah. Well, I mean, that's fine. I mean, different strokes for different folks. I mean, if you've been playing that, that's cool. Although it does help to broaden your horizons a little bit and try out different genres and stuff. There's been a resurgence of JRPGs as of late, but honestly, the golden age of JRPGs was like back during the PS2. There's a ton of JRPGs for the Vita. Most of them haven't been translated though, so, you know, if you have a Vita, you could go pick up some of those, some of the ones that have been translated, or you can import some and try your best. But JRPGs are really the kind of game that you don't want to import because it's, you know, very story focused, and so unless you can read Japanese, I would not recommend importing a JRPG. Oh my god, I've spent 15,000 fucking whatever bikuni points or whatever the fuck they call their money, and I'm just gonna call it yen, but it's practically yen. I spent 15,000 yen on gambling for underwear. Just 3 pieces of underwear left. Just 3 more pieces of underwear. I don't know, but I fucking want the shit out of that game. So Nier is a weird fucking game. Let me just put it that way. It is no one genre. It will be every genre it can be, from bullet hell to like a 2D brawler to a high action character game with JRPG mechanics, right? So if you're okay with the game switching out rather seamlessly, I will say, between those genres, then that's definitely something to look towards. Now, if you've never heard of Platinum Games, they are renowned for making some of the tightest, most fluid combat out there. In fact, a good representation is, you should try Bayonetta. just to try out their combat. They just released the PC port. It got released originally on the 360. I played it on the 360 back then, and it was great. Then they re-released it for the Wii U when they released Bayonetta 2, and I played it on the Wii U. And now they just released it on Steam, and I bought it then. And it's only $20, you know, brand new. That's not even on sale. And honestly, I have been having so much fun with it because it's such a good game. There's like the combat system is easy to pick up, but difficult to master. And that's what Platinum is so damn good at. Like, you can sit there and just mash the fuck out of buttons, and you'll make your way through. But you can sit there and learn the combat system and like really fucking learn the combos and stuff, and just have a great fucking time with it. My point here is, though, that's going to give you an idea of how Nier might play a little bit, because the combat system in Nier is very similar to Bayonetta, because Nier is made by Platinum, the same team that did Bayonetta. But unlike Nier, Bayonetta is only $20. So if you've never played a Platinum game, then it might be better to go with trying out the $20 game rather than the $60 game. The $60 game that is weird. Also, the Steam sale will be coming up here probably in the next month to month and a half, you know? So you could just wait until then as well to pick up this stuff. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. Mostly because my financial situation right now for the rest of this month is gonna suck. Oh my god, I have 3 fucking pieces of underwear left. I'm excited to play it. Like, playing through Bayonetta, I'm like... You know, I've played the game at least twice in the past, although, you know, Bayonetta is very replayable. But for sure, at least twice in the past before this time. And... It makes me... It's like I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for more of this. And I did actually play Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U, which I did. I like Bayonetta 2. But I don't have it. I don't have my Wii U anymore, so I can't experience more Bayonetta. And I think Nier is going to be the next best thing I can get to more Bayonetta. So I've really been wanting to get Nier, but I can't. It costs a lot here in fucking Japan too. It costs 8,300 motherfucking yen. 8,300? Is that what it is? I don't know. I have Steam open right here. That's practically $80. It's 8,400 yen. Just kidding. 8,400 yen. Still practically about $80. I should retitle the stream to the stream where I gamble for women's underwear. Let's see if we can find the old Steam sale countdown. Steam Summer Sale countdown. Not confirmed, but the Steam sale countdown believes that it will happen in about 7 weeks. So there you have it. In about 7 weeks. Well, I've thought about doing this too, because there are some games, funnily enough, that are released for PC in America, but never released for PC in Japan, such as the aforementioned Tales of Berseria, whatever. But you can only change your Steam region so, not so many times, but after like a month or so. Like you can only change your Steam region like once every month or something like that. So I might change my Steam region back to America. I actually had it set to America for a while when I moved to Japan, because Nier actually got released in America on PC before it got released on PC in Japan. But then I switched it back to Japan because Japan's payment system, they have something called Kobini Pay, which, if you know Japanese, I know you do, is convenience store pay. Or basically, because right now I don't have a bank account, so this is very fucking convenient for me. It basically allows you to pay for digital goods with cash. It's basically, you select purchase with Konbini Pay, and then you are given a receipt number. You take that receipt number to whatever Konbini that you selected, give it to them, and then they will basically ring up that receipt number, and you will pay for it in cash. So I had to do that to buy Bayonetta. I actually switched my Steam region over to buy Bayonetta, so I could pay that way. Whenever I do actually get my bank account set up here. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. No. I mean, I guess I could do that too. But probably what I'll do is I'll probably just leave it to America unless a game comes out in Japan that is only available in Japan, which I doubt. Well, I mean, that is probably true, but I doubt will happen that I will actually want it because it probably doesn't have the English language available for it, and I'm probably not going to want to have to struggle through Japanese menus. I say that as I'm playing a game that I bought here in Japan that has a bunch of Japanese menus, but still, overall, I think it'd be easier for me if I just set my region back to America, and I'll probably just purchase from there on once I'm in a better position. Let's just say now. Actually, I can tell you. I can talk about this actually. So now that I actually have my residence card and I'm officially a resident of Japan, I've officially now been put on the payroll of the company I've been working for. However, they pay monthly, and they pay for the previous month's work. So, like, I need to work all of May before I can see my May paycheck, right? Makes sense. But they don't process the last month's payment until the 15th, which means I don't get to see my May paycheck until June 15th. And so that's this month. This month I'm not going to see any money for 45 days because I haven't been on their payroll previously. And so it's going to make it very, very rough. I tried working out some sort of method to kind of give us a slower transition, from a more gradual transition from getting paid weekly to now getting paid monthly, where I was going to have, because I work at 2 different locations for this school, like one is like in Osaka and then one's kind of like just outside of Osaka, just a little bit, not very far outside, still pretty close to the metropolitan area of Osaka.
So the other location that I'm only at for 2 days, I asked if they could continue to pay me in cash for the month, for 1 month while I'm working at the other school, and the other school can pay me monthly. And then at the end of the first month, then the other location can start paying me monthly then. But that way, that would only leave me with 15 days without money rather than 45 days without money. And they said that was okay up until the month of May started, and then they're like, turns out we can't do that. Our accountants don't want to have to manage that because it's, I don't know, too complicated for them or something. I wish you would have said something before. Like, why did you wait until the month started when I've already spent money on things I really probably shouldn't have? I could have saved that fucking money for this month. I don't know what I'm gonna do about money this month. Probably have to go beg my mom for money. Mom, I need money because my job isn't gonna pay me for 45 days. It's at times like this that I really wish fucking YouTube would actually fucking pay me money. I wonder how close I am to getting my first YouTube paycheck. Probably not for a long time. Let's check. Google.adsense.com. Okay, never mind. I think it's google.com/AdSense. Not Goggle. Google.com/AdSense. I don't need to sign up. Don't tell me to sign up. Sign in. There it is. I definitely do not have enough to make it through this fucking month. I am halfway. Oh shit, I am halfway to getting my first fucking YouTube paycheck. It's only taken 1.5... Yeah, 1.5 years. To get 50 motherfucking dollars. If any of you fuckers thought YouTube was a profitable endeavor, let me tell you, it's taken 1.5 years to earn $52 for everything that I've done on YouTube. Well, yeah, technically, I have made more than $1 from YouTube. I've just never actually have seen that $1. As I just said, I looked at my AdSense account, and I have $52. But YouTube, or more specifically, Google won't send you a paycheck until you have at least $100 in your account. So I've earned $52. But I've never seen that $52 because I have not earned $100 yet off of YouTube. Yeah. I don't... If you notice, actually, a lot of my videos don't even have ads running on them. I've been trying to figure out how to redo how I handle my ads, because most of my videos are too offensive and have too much adult content to actually run ads on them. Either Google themselves are going to censor it automatically, or what I typically do is before Google decides to slap me with fucking adult content, whatever, age-restricted video, I actually set it myself. So let's look at this. Where the fuck? Okay, so like here, this one age restricted by me, and because it's age restricted, I can't monetize it. Monetize this one, although actually it should be age restricted. I just didn't because there's only a little bit at the end that's inappropriate. This one's very inappropriate, so I age restricted it. This one's pretty inappropriate, so I age restricted it. So basically, I have my advertiser friendly video, which is not really that relevant anymore, which is monetized, and my top 10 anime directors that fucking no one watched, that's monetized. And so the rule I had set a long time ago, you probably weren't present for this. I had an announcement video about this, although I know it's taken down now. Where I was saying the way I'm going to monetize my videos is basically only my main content is monetized. So like my major reviews are monetized. Anything else that I put up on my channel that is unrelated to that, such as any channel updates or nonsense like this, wouldn't be monetized. I've, however, decided since most of my main reviews are not getting monetized anymore, by choice, mind you, I need to change that. And so, as you can see, I actually monetized my most recent channel update. But this doesn't really matter much because not many people watch my channel updates. So, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I think, as you probably know, the landscape of YouTube is drastically changing, especially as far as advertisers are concerned, and so relying on ads in general is becoming less feasible of an idea. Speaking of, actually, this is not monetized. I suppose I could monetize it. Let's go ahead and turn monetization on that. Why not? So there we go. Monetization has been turned on. And actually, that's where I get the most fucking views on my channel anyways, is because of that one fucking meme. That's all my channel is, it's just a fucking meme. Not even a well-known meme at that, too, right? Because it only has 18,000 views. That doesn't even beat my most viewed video, which is here, my Black Desert review. So, it still can't even compete with that at 18,000 compared to the 30,000 views. And if you're wondering, I have since privatized my Black Desert review, although there is an archive of all 3 parts plus the closing thoughts on my second channel. So if you really care, you can always go look that up. If I could just get one more fucking piece of underwear, I would call it quits for the day and come back and gamble some more later. But I still only have 3 pieces left, and I've been on 3 pieces for a while now. This chat for some reason is slow, so let's open that chat. Yeah, I actually have a Patreon account, but I made it when I was drunk and made it as a joke. I'm sure if you Google Nolan Alighieri Patreon, you will find it, and it doesn't make any sense. And if you look at any of their reward tiers, please don't ever take them seriously, because I did not make this out of seriousness at all. Because there's no reason to make a Patreon with the number of subscribers I have, because there might be 1 or 2 people who might donate $1 or $2 a month, and that's fucking nothing. I'm sure after Patreon takes their own cut out of that, I'm gonna get a penny. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Wait. Okay, there we go. Goals. So $100, I'm halfway being able to live on less than minimum wage to make really bad anime reviews. $200 is just enough for rent and internet. Thank God my rent is dirt fucking cheap. Not anymore. So if I actually make it to this point, I'll watch Princess Knight Kacho all the way through and do a review on it. If you don't know what Princess Knight Kacho is, I don't recommend you look it up. Title says it all. I'll redo my god-awful Sword Art review. 1500, blah blah blah. Anyways, this is nonsense. This is nonsense. I made this a long fucking time ago. I should probably take it down too. Hello, Bray! No, I mean, Patreon has to make... I assume they take a cut. They have to make their money somehow. It's yo, Inga Bray! Inga! Oh my god, just one more fucking piece, please. And then I'll get the other two some other time. Just one more piece of underwear, come on. Well, what did you do today, Nolan? Oh, I spent the whole day gambling for women's underwear. I need to pee again. But I didn't want to go pee because I feel like I'm so close to getting that another piece of underwear.
Hey, what's going on? Awake from a dream. The day is the night. Do you know what I mean? The what is going on? Where's my enemy? I run with the night. You talk to me.
It's a game. It's a game I'm playing. The goal of the game is not to actually gamble for underwear. It is just a mini game inside of it. But I am doing that right now because, I don't know, it doesn't take a lot of mental thought to press buttons. The same buttons over and over to just run the slot wheel. Yeah, honestly, I have a hard time caring about money now, and it's probably also not good for me, especially in the position I'm in. But man, if I see someone who needs help, even if it's like, I know you earn enough money, but you're just like, maybe right now you forgot your wallet or whatever, I don't care. It's like, I'll buy you fucking lunch. It's no big deal. As long as I can pay for my rent and I can continue to eat my incredibly unhealthy cold cut sandwich, I think I'm okay. I mean, I get bored of my cold cuts. I got bored of my cold cuts yesterday. I was like, man, I really do not feel like a cold cut sandwich. And spent money on some real food that I really shouldn't have. But that's the thing. That's I guess the problem is I have a hard time caring about money. So it's like, I shouldn't spend this money on food that's not crap, but I just am so tired of crap food that I'm gonna spend it. So it's kind of like contradictory. It's like I should save my money and not spend it on other things that's not important, but I just do it anyways. I need the pee game. Fucking give me one more fucking piece of underwear, damn it. I refuse the pee. I'll pee my fucking pants if I have to. I'm not asking for much. I'm asking for one more goddamn... I'm not asking to get the last 3 pieces of underwear I need. I'm asking for one more piece. One more piece.
No time to move, can't even breathe. Your face is stuck in a magazine. Such a bitch. For once, do something for yourself. So breathe. 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 You found me out. Somehow you found me out. Somehow you found me out. Somehow you found me out. Somehow. We scratch and kick and pull and fight. Do it again. Why do it wrong and you do it right? And now you're gone, you're so uptight. You get so hard. All we have to do is do it right. So breathe. 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 You found me out. Somehow 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 you found me out.
Lollies all day, every day. Lollies keep you healthy. That's all you need. You need lollies to keep you healthy. Feels good, man.
Think I need it. You got the same no matter what you say. Yeah. The grass is greener.
I don't know what I'm gonna do today. What am I gonna do? I should work on my next video. Did I talk to you about this yet, Crimson? I don't remember. I was talking about it earlier in this stream, but I don't remember if you had joined yet. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get this piece of underwear. I think I'm gonna have to fucking be here like all fucking night. Oh. What's that? I unlocked something, but I can't read it because it's all in fucking Japanese! God damn it! Good for the soul, bad for the jail. Oh, someone, by the way, I forgot. Someone asked, like, and I totally ignored the question because I think at the time I had a lot of people talking. Congratulations! Fucking Japanese. I don't know. I think I unlocked something. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just... Okay, cool! I got... Okay, only 2 more pieces of underwear left. Anyways. I didn't even see what piece of underwear I just unlocked. I was just mashing the button. Anyways, someone had mentioned that the age of consent in Japan is younger than anywhere else. And actually, if you look it up, you're going to see a lot of people say that the age of consent is 13 in Japan. I actually had to look this up myself, too, to confirm this, because that didn't seem right, especially with how fucking, like... I mean, their stigma against, you know, young, you know, pedophilia is pretty strong here, just as strong as any other modern world, right? So, basically, that's the federal, like, the federal government of all of Japan says you cannot set the age of consent below 13, right? But most prefectures of Japan set it at a more normal age, 18 or something like that, you know. I think 16 is probably the youngest. It just depends on what prefecture you're in. Kind of like in the United States, you know, it depends on what state, because I think the age of consent in Texas is 17, right? So anyways, now that I got that last piece of underwear, I will come back to talking about something about what I was going to do during just Olive Golden week that I find difficult. Anyways, I'll come back to that, alright? I gotta pee though, so just sit tight.
いのしょです。あかねと歌です。君はの変態。楽しはもっとエッチ。僕はピンク。あなたもピンクです。エッチは来てない。楽しはもっと変態。
Did I mute my microphone? I muted my microphone. I'm stupid. And it's not Miku. It's Mayu. Vocaloid Mayu. Wow, that's funny. I've been talking to myself for the past couple minutes. So, anyways, what I was trying to say, what I was trying to demonstrate there was that, so during Golden Week, I had 2 plans of stuff that I wanted to try to do during my time off, and there's been a song that I've been working on, that Vocaloid Mayu, not Miku, is one thing that I've been working on. That's a sweet riff from it. The other thing is that I need to work on my next video, right? But I don't know what to do for it. I had like part of a script written, but like the script is it's just jokes, and like I was reading over it, and it's like that's all I want to say is just these jokes about it, and then I don't have anything insightful to say about it. And the script is only like 1 paragraph long, so that's like not enough for a full video, right? So it's not like I can just say, I can't just call it good at just publishing a video that's basically just jokes, not even really a real review, because it's not enough script. So I don't know. I don't know what to do about my next video. I just have like no fucking motivation. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like, so there's a game that I was gonna review. That was what I was previously gonna do, but I don't know if I want to review that anymore, as I was just saying. So maybe I could review some other anime. But the anime I'm currently watching right now, I actually wanted to do a negative review on, but I can't hate the anime. No matter how much I want to hate it, I can't. It's not good, though, mind you. It's, actually, I can tell you. It's Dragon Maid. It's Kobayashi Dragon Maid. I wanted to go in hating the show, but I don't hate it, but it's also not good. Yeah, that was the thing, and that's really why I kind of wanted to go in hating it, was that because it's just nothing but a meme that's kind of become pretty tired. Like, the fucking meme of it was tired before I even watched it. Yeah. Excuse me. Anyways, that just kind of came on suddenly. Anyways, the meme of it kind of just, like, tired the show out before I even started watching it. And that's kind of why I wanted to hate it, was because the jokes were already tired before I'd even seen the show. But I don't know. I guess it's not the worst, but it's also not great.
So I don't know. You guys should tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. As my audience, tell me what the fuck to do. Like, I feel like I need to put out a video. Okay, so I can't even do Lolly seriously for Kana. First of all, she is way too young. Right? Second of all, actually, I have a student, well, had a student. She was only there for a little while, but I had a student named Kana as well. So, no. Can't even make the lolly joke about Kana in the show. Can't even do it. That's another problem why I can't review it. It's like, nope. I've had a student named Kana now, so there's no way I can do this. Nope. So anyways, you guys need to fucking tell me what to do. It's like, I feel like I need to do a video, but I don't know what to do now. I feel like I can't beat my previous video. My fucking rabbit show I jack off to little girls video was like the fucking peak of my abilities, and I can't beat it. Right? I honestly think that's the best I can do was my fucking Gachiusa 2 review. I can't, and I feel like that would just run the joke. Like, the joke was in the shock humor itself, right? It's like, oh shit, he just went there. He just fucking took a clip of, like, practically unedited porn and threw it in there. He made jokes about fucking little girls. But it's like the more I do it, the less funny it becomes, right? Like, I think the humor was in it, the surprise of it. I mean, I don't see. There's already so many fucking Japan vloggers that exist, and I know they get tons of views because fucking weeaboos. But like, what is there that I can say about Japan that they haven't already said? You know, and they could probably deliver with more experience, more expertise. They know more about Japan because they've probably lived there for a while, and they could probably speak the language more than I can. I can't speak the language very much. I mostly go out by myself, wander around, and stare at things and say, wow, I wonder what that is. I don't know, I can't read it, let's move on. Right? And that's pretty much how it was in China, too. I actually have a 1 hour video that Jello Pug had requested that I make, but I don't know what anime it comes from. This is a good timing. The song just ended, so I can show this. I don't know what anime it comes from or what the fuck it is. It's obviously opening credits, obviously, but I don't. That's all I know. But I have it, and I was going to send it to him for him to upload, but I don't know how to send the file to him because it's just too big.
言葉になる直前に変換ミスの連続でため息と一緒に飲み込んだらほろ苦い言葉になる直前に変換ミスの連続
Here's 1 hour of this. Wait, did I forget to switch the scene? I did. I forgot to switch the scene. It'd help if I could switch the scene. So.
変換ミスの連続でため息と一緒に飲み込んだらほろ苦い言葉になる直前に
So there you go. I have an hour of whatever this is. That's actually what I titled it, 1 hour of whatever this is. Oops, I need to set it to there. Does Dropbox allow, because it's 5 gigabytes, right? I don't know if Dropbox allows 5 gigabyte. I don't know. I haven't used Dropbox in a while. 2 gigabytes. Oh no, it must be 20 gigabytes or smaller. All files uploaded to your Dropbox must be smaller than your storage quota. For example, if your account has a storage quota of 2 gigabytes, you can upload one 2 gigabyte file. Okay. I don't know what my file size limit is for my Dropbox. I thought it was more than 2 gigabytes, but I don't know if you have to pay for that or what. It's been forever since I've used Dropbox. Can I sign in? Do I even? I don't know. Do you sign into Dropbox or you just fucking download it? I don't remember. I don't see a sign in. Oh, that's because I'm at the help desk. I don't need the help desk. I just want Dropbox. Sign in. Let's see. Nope. Maybe it's been so long. I have no idea what email I signed up for. Maybe this one. And I hope I used that password. Nope. I don't know if I used that password or not. I don't know. I don't know what my Dropbox is. Google Drive lets users upload files up to 5 terabytes in size. Five motherfucking terabytes? Holy tits. Yeah, but it's already a rip. Like I ripped it from YouTube and then made the loop for it and then rendered it, upscaled it to 1080p too, by the way, because you can only rip from YouTube at 720p. So then it's going to be downscaled again to 720p and ripped. I don't know. I feel like this is such a decrease in quality. The anime is Ero manga. Ero manga sensei. Eromanga Sensei. Comedy, drama, romance. I see.
What it is? All nice and decent, slip of the curl. This is Mr. Cat and Sugar Ray riding through. Mommy, I tell a man she have me intoxicated, but her love high man like a genie, but I call with a fly. Some me I say a virgin to me, I beg her give it the first try.
I only have 2.5 terabytes between two hard drives. I have a 1.5 terabyte external hard drive and a 1 terabyte internal hard drive. Both of which are actually starting to reach their limits. Both of them are mechanical drives, obviously, because SSDs at that size are retardedly expensive. And I've had them for a long-ass motherfucking time, well past their expected 5-year life expectancy. Which kind of worries me. I feel like I need to replace them, like, fucking soon, man.
I'm not really that interested in watching it right now. I think this is another problem too, is why I'm not filming videos, is that I really haven't been too into anime lately. It's like ever since I moved to Japan, it's just like, I don't know about anime. Actually, it was before I even moved to Japan, to be honest. I started watching a few series just before I left for Japan, and I really couldn't get into them. I didn't even finish any of those series that I had started. And when I came to Japan, I started watching a couple series, and I just have been bored with them. Like I said, Dragon Maid I've been pretty bored with. I tried watching Love Live, only at the request of my friend here in Japan, because he fucking loves Love Live. And I couldn't make it through that fucking series. Yep, same here, Crimson. I usually wait for the series to end before I actually watch it. So, anyways. Yeah, but I also feel like it's owed to my viewers, right? I mean, I guess technically I don't know you guys shit, but I feel like it, you know? It's such a weird dichotomy to be in. I don't think I'm actually, in truth, I never have had this many subscribers to anything that I've done, you know, my music or anything that I've done in the past that I've posted online. I've never had this many people that have actually been interested in what I do. This is too far back.
Your idea of going through all the animes I've watched might not be a bad idea. Just give a short, brief thought about an anime and then call it good. Kind of like the seasonal reviews that some of the YouTubers do, but not about the season, just about animes in general that I've watched. I've thought about that, but my channel is not really a gaming channel. There's a million of those out there. The thing is again, this goes back to the pretty much the J-vlogger thing, is that, I mean, I'm no different than the other fucking hundreds of Joe Schmoes that are on the internet that are reviewing games. I don't have a background in games, other than playing games, but pretty much anyone now is a person who's played games for a long time. I don't know anything about game design. I mean, I used to mod Skyrim, but that's about as close as I got to actual game design. So, I don't feel like I have any new insight to offer. The one thing I have thought about that might be new that could be offered is helping importers with games. The problem is that even I need help with it too. You know, there's a lot of games here that I'm interested in, that I would love to play. For example, actually, Valkyrie Drive Bikuni, my underwear game that I've been playing, this is a good example. Not many people actually... There is a North American release for this game on the Vita, but no one has, like, fucking documented shit about it. So, like, going through menus and stuff, since I bought it here, I have the Japanese version, right? And of course there's no fucking English version. So I would love to, like, do, like, some sort of import guide that kind of, like, maybe goes through the menus and translate what these menus do. Maybe explain some of the more complex game mechanics that require reading tutorial text. As well as maybe possibly even posting pictures of a translation of the manual, because here in Japan they still include a manual with your game, a physical copy. And it sounds like a good idea. The problem is that I can't read Japanese. I can't translate it. I can't do that because I just lack the skill. And I'm sure one day I'll be able to. I hope so. I really do. I'm trying to learn Japanese, but it's a very, very long road ahead of me. Because here's the thing too, is there's not like a YouTube scene for import games, but the thing is, there is an import scene. Like, it's a popular thing for people to do, is to import games. Like, there's a big community for it. It's somewhat niche, but it's a fairly large community, so it almost feels like it's a guaranteed community. It might be small, but it's almost guaranteed, right? So... But I don't know how to do it since I myself can't even read this shit. I've thought about maybe asking my friend Kazuki to maybe do the translations, but I can't ask him to do it for free for my own benefit. It's like, here, you're gonna do this for free, and I'm gonna benefit from it. But at the same time, it's like, the benefits probably won't come for a while. It's like, I don't know, I feel like I should pay him, but I won't get any sort of return on it. And I might do that. I might honestly do that. But then I have to rely on him to be available to translate this shit. Also, I gotta get to the position that I gotta wait until next month, really. Like I said, next month is when I get my first real paycheck. And then I'll have money to spend on maybe paying Kazuki to do some work for me. Translate some stuff. But I'd also have to have a game for him to translate. I'm not gonna actually have him translate fucking Bikuni, because like I said, it had a North American release. It's available. I just wish someone would fucking actually post its documentation online for me. But here's the thing is, I don't think, because most North American games don't come with a manual, is I think the North American release didn't come with a manual, and that's why I can't find any sort of scans of it online. And then I wanted to go through, like, there's some items in the shop. I have no idea what these items are. I keep buying them. They're one-time items, but they're not, like... They're not aesthetic items, as far as I'm aware. They're not accessories or anything for the character. I don't know what they are. And the icon for them doesn't really explain much. It's just sort of a purple bag, kind of like a lunch. So I thought maybe they're like items that you use, but you only buy them one time. I'm tight on funds for this month. Once I'm actually getting paid, I should not be quite so tight on funds, although hiring an artist will considerably take up some of my funds. Some of these artists are surprisingly asking for a lot. One guy who does really good art and wants $75. Okay, Bray. Talk to you tomorrow. So anyways, like, this is just something from my own personal experience. Is like going through this shop menu here. I think these are consumable items, but you can only buy them one time, and I don't know what the fuck they are, and I can't translate them. And I tried looking online for like shop inventory or stuff like that to see if anyone explained what the fuck this shit is, and no. So this is why I would like to actually do this. Yeah, maybe combos or something. Let's see. If I select them, it doesn't tell me any information about them. It just says, I assume, because all of them say the same thing when I click on them, so I'm assuming it just says already purchased, so it doesn't actually even give me any detail on it. And actually when you buy them, it doesn't even ask you, are you sure? Are you sure you want to buy it? It just fucking buys it outright. So it doesn't even explain what the fuck it is. So that means the title of the object that you're buying explains exactly what it is that you're buying. But I don't see numbers. It looks like it's mostly written in katakana. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The point is like this was like frustrating to me, and it must be really frustrating to those who import stuff that just they don't have a lot of information on this kind of stuff, right? So it would be great to offer video coverage of this stuff. So, but then at the same time, you have to wonder, some of these people who import maybe already know Japanese or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And I've actually gone for 2 hours. Pretty impressive, actually. I think it's probably worth saying that the call to stream here. It's been a good stream. It's been somewhat of a quiet stream today. Now there's not that much kanji. I don't think there's any kanji on there. I think it's katakana and hiragana entirely. No, there's some kanji at the end. At least for those. These ones have some kanji at the beginning. And then katakana. There are 3 items that have practically the same name. This one is almost entirely katakana. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's alright. I'm hungry. I want to eat my cold cuts. My yummy, yummy cold cuts and really, really dirt cheap chips that taste cheaper than they actually cost. Tastes like fucking styrofoam with salt on them. Oh boy. Yum, yum. At least I haven't downgraded to ramen. I haven't downgraded to cups of noodles yet. Not yet. I will soon, though. I'm on cold cuts. Well, thank you for joining. Tomorrow will be the last golden stream that I will do, I think. Maybe one on Sunday. I don't know. Sunday's my mom talking days, as I expressed in my channel update. So I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow or not. I guess it depends on when my conversation with her ends. Last week's ended pretty early. I probably had time to do a stream right after that. So we'll see. But I'm not going to promise it. So Saturday's going to be my last day. Guaranteed last day of streaming. So, alright. Have a good one. And I'll talk to you tomorrow if you're here in the stream.